Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be throwing the cards all over the place. No, and I'm going to be doing your September 16th to the 30th, 2025 reading for you. If you're interested in a private reading, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It is listed in the description box below. It's actually linked in the description box below, and I look forward to reading for you. So angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Ooh, I love that. Okay. September is an exciting time. I just have to say, like, it is an exciting time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. I know we're talking about the last half, of September here, but it is really beautiful. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels. Ooh, sorry. So I smack the camera. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. Oh, okay, interesting. Okay, so first and foremost, just be mindful, because the outcome of this time is like petty squabbling, okay? You have so much power and so much authority here within yourself, within what you want, within what you're building. You can get sidetracked by pettiness, by just getting distracted, so just be really, really mindful about this. This can also be procrastination, coming in, and it's like, oh my gosh, before you know it, the end of September is done, you're entering into October, and you didn't utilize all these gifts. So just be mindful about that. At the heart of everything is the High Priestess. Pisces, you do have a bit of a love-hate relationship with the High Priestess. Most people do, until you just decide to dive right into the energy of the High Priestess. And she is kind of an all or nothing person, an all or nothing, energy. So being aware of that is going to be super important. With the High Priestess, this is the veil being lifted from your eyes. This is delusions, doubts, fears, chaos falling away. And it's seeing things as it truly is. Now, it doesn't mean that it has to be as it truly is for everyone. This is your own perception and your own life, and we're not talking about anybody but you right now. So here, it is seeing life as it is for you. And it's also embracing your own spiritual gifts. It's embracing your sensitivity, which is something that you fight against quite a bit. So just be mindful about that. And it's also a sensitivity without martyrdom, meaning you don't have to sacrifice yourself in order to, live a gentle, sensitive, compassionate life. And sometimes we get confused in our world because we're very all or nothing type of thing. And we have our archetypes that, come forward, and it's like, oh, you have to be completely sacrificing, and you have to be completely loving and completely caring. No, you can be both. You can be tough, and that's what we're embracing here with the High Priestess. Even though the High Priestess usually isn't seen as tough, to be able to take in the knowledge that she has, to be able to connect with spirit the way that she does, there is a toughness and there is a power to her. And here it is fighting and being overwhelmed and taking in the information of the world and saying no to it. But then there is the sense of being guided and opening up the heart and saying, but this is part of who I am. Because you're ruled by Neptune. You're ruled by the ruler of the unseen world. And so your world is part of the spirit, is part of the power of dreams and intuition and guidance. And with the King of Wands, during this time, this is the challenge energy. So this is very grounded in the here and now. You've been getting gifts from the King of Wands, meaning that you could be getting gifts from somebody who is a fire sign energy in Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but this is passion has guided you forward. This is being tenacious and determined and fiery and focused. And here, there's this challenge in transforming and with the passion, with the fire, with the determination that you want, and not just letting it be anger. Okay, so fire sign energy, think of it as the hearth that warms the house, right? It's the center of everything. It is what makes us able to cook our food and keep warm during the winter. And it is so important, but it can also be the raging inferno that just devours it all. So being mindful about this during this time, meaning that you are very passionate, you're very determined, you're very driven, and it can consume to a point where you just feel burnt out and overwhelmed. You can also be dealing with a person who's just very angry all the time, and you don't know exactly how to handle that because nothing appeases them. So just be aware of this. If you're dealing with that type of person, leave. Walk away if you can. If it's a boss, see if you can transfer, see if you can, kind of, again, leave. That's going to be the best option. It's not cowardice, it is self-preservation. With the Two of Pentacles, okay, where you need to focus is you need to balance. You take on too much and then it becomes overwhelming, okay? So just be aware of that. You're moving towards enlightenment through work, through what you do. And you're also seeking out deeper knowledge, deeper connection. Emotions are running high during this time, so just being aware of that is going to be important. And also you're dealing with deceptions as you are awakening, as you are, embracing your own empowerment. Not everything is coming through as clearly as you would want it to. And there is that fear of diving into the knowledge of the High Priestess, kind of like the Oracle of Delphi, that sense of greater connection to divine and to spirit that opens up your world in ways that you hadn't anticipated or you didn't think possible. You are going to be dealing with deceptions from others, especially two people are not going to be as forthright and as, as kind as you would like them to be. So just an acknowledgement of that is going to be important here as well. With the Ace of Wands, this is the energy that is now moving away. You have had gifts of passion, of connection, of insight come forward, and you are utilizing those gifts, but you are also afraid of utilizing your talents. You're afraid of stepping into your talent the way that spirit wants you to. And I know you might be saying, Dane, this is a really good reading. Why are you being negative? I'm not. There's just fear here that we see with the Five of Wands that comes with the chaos. And spirit's like, don't embrace the chaos, embrace the blessing. With the Six of Pentacles, you're balancing things now. Things are coming back into balance. You are seeing what it is that you truly want. You're also knowing your worth. There's also somebody who is helpful if you are able to accept their help. Because you might be like, no, I can do this all myself. And that's cool, great. But you don't have to. So just be aware of that during this time. With the Queen of Swords, you're stepping into the power of your voice and of your mind. The Queen of Swords is the most masculine of the queens, meaning that she does not play by the rules that people want her to. And that is also a battle that you have going on during this time. You're not playing by the rules the way people want you to. And it's not that you're not living in kindness and love and gentleness and compassion, which I think is like the hallmark of our beings and our souls. What it is here with the Queen of Swords is that what people expect and the power that you bring is not necessarily the same, okay? So the Queen of Swords knows her mind, knows her voice, and especially in medieval times, like in Celtic times, you could be a queen in your own right? There was Boudica, there were chieftains, and part of the problem with Boudica, right, when she rebelled against the Romans, was that her husband passed away, and she's like, well, now I'm chieftain, and they laughed and they said, you're a girl, you can't do anything. And she's like, yes, I can. I'm chieftain. My daughters are going to inherit. This is everything, and they just absolutely said no and were disgusting about it. We won't go into it here on YouTube because we're keeping this as PG as possible. And so here with the Queen of Swords, you are embracing your power and your voice, but you're getting pushback, okay? Because it's not what people expect. You're not moving forward exactly the way that maybe even you think you would be embracing your voice, embracing what it is that you want, embracing your cleverness. And so look at the expectations that you have and then see yourself and the talents that you have. And it's like, why am I expecting myself to be somebody I'm not? Why am I looking at this person and saying, oh, I'm supposed to be them when you're only supposed to be you? This is embracing your voice, your talents, your prosperity. You're not sharing everything with everybody, okay, which is totally fine. But share your ideas, share your voice with those who are closest to you, because you are going to need their guidance and their input, but also just that camaraderie is going to be very important, right? You're cutting through doubts and fears, and you are giving yourselves wings. You are letting yourself fly to new heights, but it's going to be different than you had expected. There's something here where I love this reading for you, but there's something here that it's almost like, but I can't fully embrace my power and what I want. And Spirit's like, why? You have as the advice the Ace of Pentacles. This is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe handing you a gift of wealth or what you value as much as money. Your gifts are on the earthly plane. You are building something greater than you had realized it could be. And here, you are going to see that you're taking these gifts and you're entering into a new path in life. You're entering into a new understanding of what you want, of what you're looking for, of where it is that you want to be. So that's going to open up quite beautifully for you during this time. The advice is to take the gifts, to see yourself as prosperous, and to move forward. The environment that you're in is letting you shine. But again, it's that juxtaposition, right? It's that dichotomy. The Queen of Swords, most masculine of the queens. The Queen of Cups, most feminine of the queens. Your energy is in the fierceness of your voice, the power of your imagination, the creativity of your mind. And the Queen of Cups, which is your queen, because you are represented by the cups in the minor arcana. This is gentleness, this is healing, this is compassion, this is love, and this is fierceness. So you need both of these to come together, because together they are unstoppable. She will heal until she cannot heal anymore. And the Queen of Swords will say, no, it's time to rest. No, it's time to take care. No, it's time to remember that you are queen. So during this time, and I'm not trying to make her the ditzy sacrificial lamb, that's not it at all, but it is what we expect. We expect those who can care to care until they cannot care anymore. And that is not what you're doing anymore. So just being aware of that is going to be super important, that you're embracing your heart, you're embracing what you love, but you're not being pulled into everybody's nonsense. With the Ten of Swords, this is your hopes and your fears. You hope that you transform, right? The Ten of Swords is transformation. It is rising from the ashes like a phoenix. It is letting yourself come out of a cage, a doubt, a fear, and embracing your power. But it is the energy that tried to destroy you that you are now releasing and saying no. It is the hateful, hurtful words. It is the mean glances. It is, everything that has built up over time that made you doubt that you could. And now you're seeing yourself rise with new strength and new knowledge. Do not fall victim to everybody's pettiness, because you are going to be very sensitive to it. What Spirit is saying here is to dive deeper into your heart, which for one reason or another is scary to you, Pisces. And Spirit is saying, stop being afraid to feel, and don't push off your heart and the blessings that come from your heart. Your spirit message, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly, guide this reading and show me clearly, is balance. So let me close my windows because something just came on outside. But he's running something that is rather noisy. So let me just, close that. There we go. So here we have balance. You are coming into balance with what you want. You're coming into balance with your energy. You're coming into balance with yourself. And it brings us then to the chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly, guide this reading. Ooh, you have two. You have relationships, which is the sacral chakra, which is all about our sensual energy and all about our creativity. So here with relationships, you're embracing your creativity within your relationships. You're embracing your passion, your sensual self. Sensuality does not mean sexuality, right? So there is a difference here. And with the sensuality of your being, it is embracing the wonderment, the beauty, the sensualness that is existence, that we can see with light falling through the leaves, like that we can see in the world around us. And it's embracing that essence and not saying, oh, it's only for, romantic relationships, right? That's the only place where life can be so passionate, so beautiful. And here with our relationships, it's also, if you see the two faces coming together, right? I see this also as lungs. It's also giving breath to ourselves. It's voicing what we want. Communication is here with the throat chakra. You're communicating on a much deeper level than you think you are. You're picking up on people's emotions. You're picking up on yeah, you're picking up on energies and essences and, everything like that. And that is something that, again, you're actively fighting against or subconsciously fighting against. And Spirit is saying here, no, that's part of who you are. It's part of what makes up the blessing that is you, Pisces. It moves us then to the energy to be mindful of, angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. And this is the Six of Wands. Be mindful of seeing other people as your leader, seeing other people as like, oh my gosh, they have all the answers, and not seeing that within yourself. Not that you have all the answers, right? Everybody has a tremendous amount of questions, but it is that sense of, oh my gosh, I'll follow this person because they know it all. They might have all the answers for themselves, and they might not. They might, just want people to really think they know it all. And again, they might not. They might not have the answers they want you to believe they do. The subconscious spirit message is nurture. Nurture yourself, nurture what you love, nurture your joy. The subconscious chakra message here is balance. You had balance come in through spirit, and now you have it come in through your root chakra. You're coming into balance with yourself, balance with what you love, balance with what you're looking for, but balance of the sacred feminine, sacred masculine aspects of yourself. The energy to be mindful of subconsciously is the hangman, of berating yourself for being different, which is also what this whole reading is about. Do not berate yourself for being different. Let your differences shine. Let yourself shine. And it moves us then to the subconscious tarot message, which is the Six of Swords. You are moving forward to the unknown. You're moving forward to so much more than you had imagined. And you're doing so with knowledge and with experience on your side. So you're much more well prepared than you give yourself credit for. All right, Pisces. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. I wish you a blessed September and a blessed life. Bye.